okay, you hear him before you see him, huh? Yeah, te whātau whātu, swafa manwalo, Yesu Kiristo, lo tātaui, ma lo tātou whaola, tau whātalo whai sūsunga, whapenenga, e tō whaitua. Nei katatau lea wainga na lua, whaftailanga mole nei, ahaga noa maua lunga. O male ni tula, ia tua. O se o ia Keristo, ole sanata kuria, mua mawai mea tuai, whaauta, ua whaafowina mea uma. This verse speaks loudly when I think about this man. Why? Because I met Kaisala later on in life. On the 8th of April, Sunday the 8th of April 2012, my life changed completely when I met this man. Lelea motu mpautu sia pia po waile ni tamata, olo tautala tuleni tuala piafi, yolo ingoa, o Julie, Peter Frost, o Tisama Imamile, o Tama, Sama Samatau, o Tina, Sama Leone, e fui na pitu Samatau. So o le anga lo sama le malimaile nei afi le tau sama e lua fe ma le se fulu ma le lua na mama sani ai I le tō whālia I ata ele vai Kaisala, Dallas, Kaisala. Nā vea le nei whainua inga. O se whainua inga e ese I ate au. O se whainua inga foi sa mata tau maha salo pe ai se aua maasani ai. Ai wā e maasanina. Ua mawhana, maua se kitama e lata. Do you feel me? Yeah. Okay. So, so in other words, we dated since 2012. Amen. Okay. Okay. Oh, taile mai Kaisala, Dallas, Kaisala. He's a very loud person. You hear him before you see him, and I am the complete opposite.
You sure?
Maybe not with my family, but I'm completely opposite. I don't like being in a crowd. I don't like the sound of my own voice, like right now. You know, Mama, he took me out of my shell. Lona winga wa mata na mawhaino na o tautala comfortably I lumo tamata o te le maisania. I want to tamata e tau whau maisania tamata ia. A maofe mau whātau, tata te ia, osto mai e tamata, hey Dallas, how are you? Blah, 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 blah. Oh, hey Dallas, how are you? No whātau who's that for me? Wow, hey, So he's a very, very loud person, very loud in his personality, but also very loud in his thinking. Alo mama, masanina doa fesulua na ulwa tuai I le aoni tuspaia le I manele. So we were friends. So like we were friends to start with, and everyone that I knew personally knew Kaisala, but I didn't know him. I didn't know anything about this person. Everyone in Kaisala's circle knew of me, but Kaisala didn't know me. So it was like a blank canvas, meaning I'm trying to get to know him, he's trying to get to know me. And it was a very interesting journey. You know, oma na mahiu I le au tuspaia, whape nā ona ma whaasoa. Whaasoa le upo le atua, ina ua whaunga ina tutome ka alisia. When he's stuck on something, awhai wawa wasa I lina mo se upu, po o se le sona la masa, po le teme taitai ai, ma te whaasoa. He would share about his insecurities. He he would share about his worries of not being able to usher God's people in the presence of God. These were things we talked about all the time. What if I pick the wrong songs? What if I say the wrong message? What if I'm doing it with my own strength and not relying on God? Zelo mafasoama, na mafasoai, ina ia loloto, ma ia fama mafaina, o ma tiuti tono ikalesia. So that our relationship didn't get in the way of our ministry, because we were at different churches. And so, what's tele mata moana e alele I loi mata ona ole lele ole atua. We got deeper into the Word of God because our relationship got really hard. Nei te mea wia ele mafutanga I tele o whaafita, you name it. Our names got dragged through the mud, thrown here, there, everywhere, under tires, under buses, through everything. But you know what remained? God remained. God was always faithful. And we would pray and pray and pray, cry and pray and pray. And we prayed a lot. And we said, you know what, God, if it's your will, let it be done. If it's not, we're going to praise you anyway. So there's a few people that I would like to acknowledge tonight. I would like to acknowledge a lot of people that were there during our journey, which wasn't the greatest, but man, was it a ride. I'd like to thank Tole Afuanga Mana. I'd also like to thank my workplace. If I tell you, Pinky, I love to see you if I may, does he have a tuxedo? And I said, who? And he said, Dallas. And I said, why? And he goes, we have a cocktail party. And I said to Dallas, how did you come from waiting from the outside to talking to my CEO, and now you're going to a cocktail party, but I work here? But that was what Kaisala was like. He will talk to anyone. He knew my manager, my manager's manager, my manager's manager's manager, and he knew my CEO. All because he had a big smile on his face and said, hi, how are you? My name's Dallas. I also like to acknowledge Ben and Dee this evening, Pastor Tango, First Lady, Tofia, Pastor Freedom, Penny, Prayer Warriors. I know all about the convos. Thank you. I'd also like to thank my work, Kani, and the team, Leila and Joe, Izzy and Ben. And most of all, I'd like to thank Kaisala's family. Thank you for loving on me. Thank you for trying to understand me. When sometimes this guy, you just can't understand him sometimes. I'd like to thank Daisy and Tim, Tai and Bennett, Ben and Fair, Fatutua and Lillian, Terry and Aniva Saipani. These names mean a lot. And I thank God for prayer warriors within our friendship and our relationship. I want to say something about the siblings because Dallas will talk about you guys all the time. Ma'alohi was proud of you for the man that you have become, and he was so proud of how you would be helping your son in terms of his sport. Cyril, he was so proud of you, he said you were the brain box. He said, you know, Cyril, we would chuck a dice, we had alongas, and you had to add really quickly. And he said he was useless. But he said you were the brains. But your dad had such high expectations for you, so you had a heart as the first girl. Even he said you had a heart like a lion wherever you are living. But when you put your mind to something, there's no backing out. Benny, he said you were the life of the party. And he said he will never try to challenge you, and he'll sit there and just laugh about it because there was no way trying to beat you. In a joking manner, and also when you're singing. Rob, he said something about boxing. He said, get in there, get busy, get the business done and get out. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but he said that's what he would say to Rob when it came to fighting. And Gulili, he said you were the baby. And he told me about the time when your dad passed away. And when you discovered that he passed away, he literally was in tears and told me, you just cried on him and cried. And that's why he was determined to be on every board at the schools that you went to. He was so determined to be in your face all the time. He mentioned, tell me what to tell her why. If I may Kaisala or on a cousin, nephews, nieces, he would say the names like Bene, Azalea, Francis, Joita, China, Bennett's to his kids as well. He mentioned all these kids to me. And I would be like, okay, he goes, man, they're so familiar, your whānau. I ngata whaia, te alo mat, talo mat hanoanga, ona ola na lava whānau, his own kids too. George, wherever you are, man, he was so proud of you and your music. He was so grateful to God that you had such a musical ear. Same thing with Ma Moye. To know your dancing, he would talk about your dancing all the time. And said, my baby girl is a nice sweetheart, sorry. Tinoi and Delicia, sweetheart, is that right? And Neva Maxine is baby girl. Sia, he would talk about your voice and how strong you were and that you would be so open to anyone and you'll be like, hi, I'm Sia, hi. And then Neva, baby girl, you were his baby girl. So with that, I would like to say thank you to the Kaisala family, thank you to the Ma'alo side, is that right, the other side? Yeah. For your love, thank you for loving Kaisala, and thank you for allowing me to love Kaisala. I would like to say, as my family make their way, I want to Kaisala, yo, my nose got twisted. Every time I say, we're going to sing. We love singing for the Lord.